What's up guys, Francis Beau here, and welcome to Beau TV. And we're here with another episode for Transformers Robots in Disguise. Today's episode, Adventures in Bumblebee-Sitting. One of the weirdest Transformers episode title I have ever heard. It's also the weirdest Bumblebee catchphrase I've ever heard. Grimlock reference. So let's get down to what this episode's mainly about. Well, it's about a new Decepticon named Quillfire. His design is okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's just the character that, hey, new Decepticon for the week. There you go. So, I mean, alright. And then we get to the weirdest part about this episode, is that Bumblebee gets hit by one of these rods, and he apparently gets all psycho, like, kind of like a psycho. He's not really psycho, he's like, you know, full of energy. He's kind of like, how do I describe it? He's kind of like, kind of like that. Kind of like that. So, he's just a little bit psycho. And Strongarm is mainly leading the Autobots, and the main reason I said this was a Beast Wars reference is because this is a reference to guerrilla warfare. It was episode 10, it had Optimus Primal and Dinobot, and Optimus Primal was hit by something that Scorponok hit, and he became angry, except this is the opposite, because Bumblebee is happy. Watch the episode, you'll get right what I'm talking about. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, man, I'm moving a lot. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a nice episode. I mean, it's an okay episode. It's mainly just about, hey, we got a Decepticon, if something happened to one of the team members, and we gotta go get Decepticon, and there we go. It's just that Bumblebee being hyper is mainly the only thing that's entertaining about it, because, you know, he's always like, yeah, and he's always like, you know, he's kind of hyper, like, kind of like, someone on alcohol or something. That's the lesson for this episode for all those kids. It's not about, hey, don't be a pushover. No, it's saying don't do drugs, because that's what will happen to you. And don't be a jerk. And always defend yourself. So that's it. You know, there's not a whole lot to say about this episode, mainly because, well, these episodes are really repetitive. That's just the main thing that really sucks about most of these episodes. They're just repetitive. The thing I loved about Can You Dig It, the one with Jazz in it, was that it actually introduced a new character, and it actually had a little bit more to it. And yes, Decepticon was, again, it was just nothing new, but it's just that, you know, I wish these episodes would have a little bit more to them. That's the only thing I don't really not caring about these episodes. It's just that they're so repetitive, and they don't have much meaning to it. So, and there is a reference to Age of Extinction. It's when Bumblebee was riding Grimlock. That is obviously a reference to Age of Extinction when Optimus Prime was riding Grimlock. So, just a little bit of a reference there. If they kind of pulled a little trick there, and that's about it. The cool thing I like about it is that the way they get Bumblebee to stop being so hyper is that they just tie him to a chair, and he's like, "Are we there yet? Are we done? Is the fun about to begin? Are we almost there?" You know, that's what he mainly is. That's mainly his whole motive in this episode, is that don't be too hyper, kids. That's the message. And don't do drugs or candy. That's what happened to you. Possibly. So, yeah, if they change what they do on these episodes, maybe it'll do a little bit better. I still have hope for the series. I seriously have hope for it. I see a lot of potential. And I know people are saying, oh, the show's a little bit repetitive. It is repetitive. That's why I have hope for it, because maybe there's something that's going to happen in the series. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe something big's going to happen. Maybe. So, that's mainly it. So, like I said, repetitive, doesn't have much meaning to it, but, you know, maybe something will happen. Maybe something big will happen. Possibly. So that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. How do you guys enjoy the new episode? Did you like what you saw? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section below. And then now we're going to get into a little bit of a question I like to ask is, who is Megatronus? Who is he? We'll find out in my next episode of The Beau Show. And also, you guys are wondering about what is the Toy Critic? You'll find out next week.